Good evening and welcome to Ireland fans. Another EPL night. Not a lot of games to discuss, but nonetheless, it's still football. You have some Europa League action, some Champions League action last couple of days, and we have been looking forward to just talking about football. And if you love the game, then you are in the right place. I'd like to say good night to all the fans that are coming in, and of course. Um, we are also want to make sure that everybody gets their fair say tonight. And we got a few interesting names besides the usual. We got Paul P in the dance. I think that's a reference to Paul Pogba's goal today. All right, which anybody could have scored. And North London's only team. All right. We have an Arsenal fan there showing his support. I made it through. So we continue our Thursday evening action. We should be Tuesday, but more about that. But then Tuesday game. Hopefully we'll get back there. All right. So good night, guys. How everybody's doing?
I'm good, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
I'm great.
Yeah.
Could have been better, but Olympiacos let me down.
Yeah.
I guess I could say the same thing. Milan let me down.
Milan really let me down, boy.
Yo, I must say Zagreb made it good.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, coming clutch, boy.
Trophy Mourinho.
They had so many memes. They had so many prison break memes with the Zagreb manager.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Jose interview about what he said after the game. How his team Tottenham didn't seem like they were playing an important game, and Zagreb team,
Well, Jose movement.
Jose said they beat them on attitude.
Yeah.
Not talent, but attitude.
And the scoreline.
Which is what matters. It's skill in the building. And a question for Shaq off the bat. Shaq, you still think of a back?
Oh gosh.
One game doesn't change my opinion on Aubameyang. He had a woeful one today, I must say, but
definitely.
Bruno too, doggy safe.
We had Pierre-Emerick. We had Pierre-Emerick Werner today, not Aubameyang.
Oh wow. Okay. That's an interesting combination. Munchie say he had in 5. So all the Munchie fans, you can tune in 5 minutes from now. All right. But I actually saw something. Credit to Aubameyang though, because I'm a big fan of his. They were talking about the top, all the strikers who scored more than 20 goals in 5 successive seasons or something like that. I don't remember the exact stat. And they had a list of people on there. You had Cristiano Messi up there where they've done it 13 times. You have Lewandowski up there. You have Cavani there. You got Suarez there. And Aubameyang is in that list too, of top strikers who consistently scored goals. So all the other haters, you can never count him down, boy. What the phrase go again? Form is temporary, but what?
Class is permanent.
Class is permanent. All right, let's talk about some of these other games. Get through them quickly. Fulham versus Leeds. I would normally say Leeds win, but are we saying Fulham got this?
Yeah, I like the look of Fulham. If there's one team that's supposed to or could possibly beat the drop, it would be them. Leeds pretty inconsistent. Fulham draw a lot of the games, so I'll go 1-1.
1-1. Go ahead, Joe.
I go to Leeds win, actually, because Leeds does this thing. They've done it throughout the season where they've had like an inconsistent period for 3 to 4 games, and then they have a game where they just go crazy, 3, 4, 5 goals. They've been doing it all season. Their inconsistent period is usually for 4 games maximum, and then the game after that they usually
remind everybody why they're here.
Yeah, so I'm banking on them for that. So I'm gonna go with Leeds. I'd say Leeds maybe 3-1, 2-1.
So fun fact. Thanks, Joe. Fun fact. I found out just today that Bielsa is getting 8 million a year. He's getting more than what Lampard got when he was at Chelsea. I thought it was fascinating. I didn't even know that.
You have more
Go ahead, Memphis.
experience than Lampard.
Right,
I guess
yeah.
that's why. I guess that's
true.
why.
That is true.
But I just assumed
Yeah.
that with Lampard being at a bigger club, I mean,
That
Lampard was getting
automatically
a
he did a higher
6. He was
salary.
getting a 6. Yeah, I know, right? But I mean,
Yeah.
people like Pep up there getting Pep and Klopp and getting all the ton of money, But I was surprised that the Leeds are really paying him well, though. So
Yeah.
I guess they
If
don't
you want to
want
talk about managers making money, Simeone is one of the highest paid managers in the world.
Yeah, he and I get paid plenty too.
Pay him
know.
to
Yeah,
make man defend.
And what I found fascinating too was that when I checked even Ollie's salary, there are at least about 4 or 5 United players that make more than Ollie per week. So I mean, you make more than your manager. I just find it interesting. I guess it goes back to experience, right, Memphis? So you get paid for what you're worth. So that's that. Brighton, Newcastle. What do you think about that? Moy, talk to me. You think Newcastle, Brighton, they both down there. They both need points. This might actually be a relegation game to watch because they both have to win. They can't afford to draw.
Okay.
I give this as a boring fest. There's not much to say. I think it's going to draw 0-0.
So like they both are too afraid. They both are too afraid to attack, and they just
I won't
just
say
cancel
that,
each other
but
out?
I don't expect much out of this game. I really don't.
Okay.
I mean, what I would say is that maybe you're gonna have a lot of missed chances. But I see these two teams are gonna try and go for each other's throats.
That's a good point.
At least I know Brighton will, and of course that will leave them susceptible to the counter, and we can see what Newcastle does on the counter.
That's a good point because if Newcastle then scores off of one of these, counter-attacking opportunities, then Brighton have to come out, and score because they can't afford to lose, and that might open up the game. So it all depends on who scores first.
Yeah, that's true, and that's two teams that are desperate for a win. So that's
Yeah.
I boring first. I don't see that happening. That's going to be an exciting game. That might turn out to be the best game of them all, to be honest.
And if I could just make this point about Brighton, they're players that they have going forward. I think they're very good. You have players like Trossard, Welbeck. You could turn things up. I like them going forward.
Yeah, they have a good midfield too.
I don't mind them getting relegated, so they can send me Bissouma.
Bissouma and Lamptey.
Oh boy, yeah, I really want to get rid of that right side, boy. Honestly though, Lamptey and your other boy, Tierney on the left. That's two good right backs going forward, right back and left back going forward, full backs going forward.
Yep.
That'd be nice
But
for y'all.
my fear with Lamptey is that based on what I've seen, I think Lamptey is very similar to Bellerin when he first came on the scene, because I don't think his defensive ability is that great. But at the same time, he's young and it's something you can develop. So I'd take the risk.
I hear you, Joe, because I remember that one.
Not sold on him.
Yeah, so
I remember that Lamptey.
I
remember that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not really sold on him, and then you can already see at this young age that he already seems to be injury prone. He's had like maybe 5 injuries this season already.
And I was gonna say that with Lamptey is his. I mean, you can attribute it to his youth, but some of the mistakes that he's making, on the right hand side, have a lot to do with more just bad positioning and sometimes just rashness. I mean, he's obviously has talent, but I mean,
and pace.
Yes, pace.
He likes to get forward.
He's ridiculously quick. But like I said, the reason why I would take the risk is the fact that he's so young. Maybe he just need better coaches around him because he can develop,
That's
He can
possible.
still develop.
Yeah. All right, Monchi, good to see you. You can give some commentary on this game. Aston Villa, Tottenham. Who's winning this?
Oh, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Take down the name.
You want the names up, lad?
No. If you want, but it's a name.
Quadruple talk again. Okay, all right. We'll see.
Here we go again.
Go ahead, talk to me.
This. No, that name isn't a name that's saying like I'm boasting about going for the quadruple. It's a name that's saying, oh my, here we go again. Every time it comes down to the nitty-gritty, they throw that heap of pressure on my players, and it's just not fair. Like, why can't the rest teams fight for the quadruple? Like I'm not
So
the
your
only team
players,
in the
you're
league.
saying that your players don't have the mental fortitude to keep up with this.
Basically,
You're crazy.
that's what I got it too.
You brought it up, Munchie, not me. What are you complaining about?
That's true.
That's what I got
I
it
brought
That's a
up
prize
Aston Villa.
position for you to be in.
I bring up Aston Villa Tottenham, and you start talking about City and right up, Shaq. So y'all go ahead, do y'all thing.
For
City
real.
not playing. City not even playing
My
this
my
weekend.
team doesn't have the mentality.
right?
Come on.
I
They
asked the question.
Save it for tomorrow, Munchie.
Pressure shouldn't be a problem for big teams, Munchie. You said you're a big club.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true. That is true.
You talk about heaping pressure on your players. Come on, where's that coming from? If there's any team that could do it, it's City.
Yeah.
With the current crop of players.
Yeah, the thing is,
you have the best manager
he's
in the
trying
world.
to make fun of everybody
Possibly
else's
the best
team.
in the
He's
Premier
trying to
League.
make fun of everybody else.
And you're complaining. Come on.
I'm not complaining. I'm like, come on, like, why always labeling City like that?
Because you're good.
Big club. Big clubs have high exptions.
Okay.
All of a sudden now I'm a big club.
We don't reach the FA Cup part yet. If there's one.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Okay. Jordan Pemberton. Yeah, Joe.
Oh,
That's why Chelsea sold him. Going forward, but defensively, oh gosh. If he's converted to a right mid type, probably. Yeah, I agree. You know, that could be the case. Sometimes, like Wan-Bissaka, he was a right mid and then say go back and play defense, and that's his thing. So sometimes the players have to adapt and change. You know what it is. He may just need to be switched to a right mid. You know, and we'll see. You know, maybe like a right wing back. I have the same problem right now with what's the name of right back again that played against us today? Dallo. I don't think he's very good defensively, but he can get up. We got some step overs.
Yeah, he's good going forward. He is.
Yeah, so.
But I always thought Dallo more of like, I think he could play the more the defensive middle role.
I never thought about it from that perspective.
I actually think so.
I know he can get forward. You just, you know, these days you got to be able to defend too. All right. So finally, Aston Villa Tottenham. Okay. Can somebody tell me who's going to win this game? Tottenham in a bad run of form. Aston Villa up and down.
You know,
what's going to happen here?
Yeah.
Let's go Villa.
Let's go Memphis. Talk to me. Memphis frozen. See, that's when you have
Frenchman internet.
Go ahead, Memphis. Memphis, page in Memphis. It's like he's moving, but you're not.
Yeah, he's not hearing it.
You,
Memphis.
Oh, I lagged out. No, I lagged out for a second.
You're back. You're back.
Well, you asked me because I didn't hear it.
Villa Tottenham. What's your prediction?
Oh, well, Jose probably back, so you could probably abuse after players. And the way Jose abuses our players, they tend to play bad day after. So I'm going to go with a 3-0 Aston Villa.
Wow. Okay. Didn't see that coming.
Oh, wow.
Well played. Well played. All right. You know what?
I'd go for it. I'm different looking at it though. Memphis. Jose gonna cause them so much that Jose gonna probably 10 at the back. So this game should probably finish 0-0. This game probably finish 0-0.
Anybody else have a different perspective? They want to trade?
I think it's a draw. I think it's a 1-1 draw.
I agree with you.
I think it's an Aston Villa.
3-2.
3-2.
3-2 to who?
I say Tottenham and Jersey is going to be looking for something. All right, we hear you, Mr. Pemberton. Definitely.
Once you said 3-2 Spurs.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Here's my question. Just a quick question for you guys. If Tottenham were to fail to make the top 4, and what's the next thing they're in the League Cup, right? They have the League Cup against Wigan. If they lose the League Cup final, they've already got knocked out of the Europa, and they don't make top 4. Do you believe Jose? You believe Jose is gone?
Yeah.
Jose probably gone tomorrow.
No, and this is because I saw an article before we came on here. One of those reporters were reporting that there's no cutoff clause in Jose Mourinho's contract. So even if Tottenham should sack him, there's a big payout, and Daniel Levy very stingy.
Yeah,
So
right.
I still stick it
Okay.
out.
And I read too, Shaq, that that's what Marino has been doing with all of his most recent contracts. If you're going to fire me, you have to pay me a whole ton of money. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I agree with him. I think his manager is whoever is Joe's agent. Sorry, is playing knowing who your client is, and there's a possibility that you could get fired after 2 years. Then you have to put these things in place.
That's true.
Well,
Jose,
that explains his behavior a lot. On why you behave like that.
Yeah, because he know you're untouchable. If you want to fire me, you have to pay me big. But then my thing with Tottenham, imagine what's his name, Pochettino taking them to where they went to the finals or the
Champions
semifinals.
League.
Yeah, in Champions League, and that wasn't good enough. And then you hire Jose Mourinho to get knocked out of the Europa League. Crazy.
Yeah, interesting.
Man to be aced.
But I think only person to get paid more than Jose right now is probably Pep in the Premier League. It's crazy. He's on some good money,
I feel like Jose gets paid not necessarily for him at the moment, but for what he's done. Because he has
CV. His CV.
Yeah, he definitely gets paid for his CV, so it's expected. Yeah, because at the end of the day, regardless of how much he's dropped off, Jose will still go down as one of the best managers of all time.
Yeah, because Ancelotti gets paid well too, for good reason. Everton.
Let me ask a quick question on what y'all think. Since we were discussing the whole how many managers we're making, y'all think that managers should earn more than the players that they're coaching, or it should be other way around?
Good question.
That's really a good question. The players are the main, players are the heartbeat of the club. Yes, the manager comes with his ideas and stuff like that. However, let me put it this way: maybe not significantly more, but I wouldn't be against a player who contributes more, in my opinion, to the team's success than the manager. So I'll say it's fine if they do.
I think, in my opinion, that I think you should pay a manager just the way you pay everybody else in the world. All of us in here at some point in time have a job or got a job or working. You should pay a manager according to his training. You should pay him according to his experience, and you should pay him according to his responsibility. Who are you managing? I don't think if you're managing Manchester United, you should get paid the same as you're managing Brighton. And that actually shows, because I can tell you when I looked at that list of the wages, people like Brighton coaches and so get like 50K and 100K and all in business, as opposed to Pep who getting 475. I'm talking a week, So I think the responsibility matters because there's more pressure. If I get fired from Newcastle, that's different. Newcastle is a big club in some senses. But if I get fired from Brighton, that's different if I get fired from Man City. So I think that matters. I think you should pay them the way you pay everybody else. And then that's why I'm happy people like Ollie get paid less than Pogba. Because Pogba's done more than Ollie has in regards to their careers.
Say it louder. May I hear?
Moving on. Anybody else? Anybody thoughts on that?
But then again, that can go two ways, because as Shaq said, like, managers mostly get paid because of their CV. And you can't tell me I'm a manager and you see my history, my achievements at teams, and I call for a price and you don't want to give me. You have to give me, because you know what I can produce. So with Pep earning all those money at City, it's for him. He deserves it, because everybody see what he has done, what he can create, what he can produce. So I think Pep is getting like 20 million a year or something like that. Sure. He deserves it, because come on, he's making the club money. He's never been out of the Champions League. He's just winning cups. Although the big one that they won, that's kind of short still, but still, he's actually paying himself. with all those cups that he's winning and all those games and Champions League. I was in the Champions League, so then again,
and he wasn't getting that money in Munchie when he first started. You have to earn your money. When you win, you get bigger contract. That's the way it is.
And to that point there, Josh, the more money you make, the more your responsibilities are, and the higher your expectation. Because if I'm paying you the big bucks and you're finishing outside, like you mentioned, your responsibility. If I put you to finish top 4 and you're finishing 6, I mean it calls into question your experience or how we should deal with you going forward.
Yeah,
that's
I was just going to say, Damien George put something here. He says managers don't sell jerseys.
That's a good point.
That's a powerful point, because I think this is where maybe Moy's point come question applies, because then what if you have a scenario where like a Sir Alex or a Wenger or even a Marino, and you're winning. You've been at a club, well, not Marino, but probably for a very long time, and you just bring in a player and he's making more than Wenger and making more than Sir Alex when I have 20-something trophies. I don't think that's right. I think in a case like Wenger and Sir Alex, you did 20-something years. I better get paid more than every other player. I am a player. I am the reason why you're winning, right? It's because of me. You take me out, you're relegation, which is nearly what happened to United. Take me out, right? You're in trouble. So I think that people deserve their pay after a certain while, which is, I guess, what Jose is saying. That, I can talk about my recent form. I'm gonna park the bus. But Nana, I had 3 Champions League titles, okay, for 3 different teams. So
it is what it is.
It is what it is, Crazy. Let's talk West Ham Arsenal. All right, this is the biggest game, for the weekend. Before we have a break and then some more games. So this is the game to watch. What game are they? I think it's Sunday. Sunday it is.
Yeah, Sunday at 11.
Yeah,
Sunday at 11. All right. Arsenal should be in the top 4. West Ham is fighting for top 4. Arsenal came off of a big win. West Ham just lost to United. So is this an easy for either side, or this is a tough match?
Go ahead, Joe.
I'm going to start with Arsenal hater.
You can, but
let's go Memphis.
Good Memphis.
Wait, wow.
Munch, you're the
Munch, hate Arsenal. He just thinks they're laughable. He laughs at them.
He likes fights. He's very contentious. That's his problem.
Oh, well, okay. Let me. So, West Ham versus Arsenal, but, West Ham have that one thing that Arsenal doesn't like to see. A fully firing Jesse Lingard. The only thing is, it's not at the Emirates, so there might not be any dancing. So
okay.
But
and Jesse.
Imagine
2-0, Lingard goal and assist. West Ham are quite good defensively. And, Arsenal don't always, score.
Always what?
Aubameyang up front, probably not score.
Ooh, oh boy.
And Memphis, and Lingard is gonna try and prove his selection to the national team.
The national team.
True.
He even made a post today about it.
I'm gonna work harder, right? Yeah, I saw that. So maybe it started Sunday. Maybe
justice for Wan-Bissaka, because I don't know what this man have to do.
Interesting. All right. Okay. Moy, let's get you in.
Well, I would like to see West Ham winning this game to get closer to United, and they drop out. Yeah, and try, that little thing that
That's not why you want to see it. Don't try that.
But honestly, I don't see West Ham winning this game. I'm going to give the advantage to Arsenal. I think they're going to have what it takes, and I think they should start Lacazette back on the top, because you see how they playing, and Odegaard has been playing very good football.
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
and I think this is a game where he will run that midfield again, and I see Arsenal win this game at least 3-1.
I agree. I was going to say that 3-1 Arsenal, the only goal scored by Jesse. That's my prediction. All right. Let's get some Arsenal people in. Let's go, Joe.
What Jamal?
Well, I just need to address the Arsenal hater first. I heard you talked about Aubameyang. I just wanna ask you a simple question. Aubameyang has had an awful season. How many of your strikers have more goals than Aubameyang this season?
And how many? And do my strikers not have an awful season right now as well? What's your point?
That's all I want to know.
That's a normal season. Don't come with
That's
that.
a normal season.
What normal season?
Don't come with that.
What normal season?
That's normal over there.
Aubameyang scored more goals than my striker last season.
Pardon me?
Aubameyang win more some of them strike on them last season.
Martinez win that for you.
So how many they pay? What did you get that?
That's what he gets paid to do. I just wanted to put that out there, old people that say when you dig hole, dig one for yourself, dig wave, dig one for yourself. So I just want to remind you that none of your strikers, although my strikers, both of them have been struggling this season, have more goals than either of my two strikers. Just wanted to put that out there. Just a general reminder. However, Jesse Lingard, Lingard is a player that I've always liked, but I mean, one moonwalk and y'all started to act as if Jesse Lingard was Cristiano Ronaldo reincarnated. I don't appreciate that. So we're gonna go with I don't even want to give them one, I'm looking at a clean sheet. We're gonna go with a 3-0. A 3-0 Arsenal win. Jesse Lingard in Thomas Partey's pocket.
Okay. All right, Shaq.
With the chest, bro.
Solid 3-0, man. Come there with.
Yeah, with Jamal.
In the first round, I do remember. I think this was like our third or fourth game thereabout, or maybe even second game, and it was really a tough game when we had them at the Emirates. When you have players like Souček in the midfield, Arsenal seem to struggle with that kind of physicality there. But if we can, I think we've gotten better at dealing with the physical teams. And if we can cut out the mistakes, like I said last time versus Tottenham, in the build-up to the Tottenham match, if we can cut out those mistakes, I am pretty sure that we can turn over any team that's in the Premier League. Coming to this game, we're high on our the expectations are high for us going into this game. Just come out from Europa League qualification to the next round. Can't even say win. We're qualification to the next round. So we're happy. And as we look to this game, I would say we can win this game 2-0. 2-0. I agree with Moy. Play Lacazette at the 9.
Yeah,
me and Joe was talking earlier.
Bench Aubameyang.
Play bench Aubameyang.
Lacazette offers more to the team, way more to the team.
And it's about is either Aubameyang plays off the left or he doesn't play at all. And at the moment, when you're looking at how Smith was farmed out there, and I would really love for them to put Pepe back out there as well. I think we get more fluidity in the team than when we have Aubameyang at 9. At the 9 as the focal point. And this game, who knows, David Moyes may even play 3 at the back. I don't know if there's going to be space again for Abba to run in behind.
Well, Shaq,
what about Martinelli?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I think they're trying to use Martinelli more at the 9.
Yeah, it seems like that
rather than the wing. So I would still, he's a good impact player to bring off the bench. I wouldn't start him in this game. I would go with the team that beats Tottenham.
Tottenham, okay.
I agree. But when he played against me, if that's any kind of indication as to how he may play against you, he started with 5 at the back, and then went down. He only went to 4 when they went down a goal. So if he plays a 5-3-2, which I suspect he might play, that's a lot of men behind the ball. which plays into your hands because you want to have the ball, but you're gonna have to have enough creativity to break it down.
To break them down, that's true. But then you
Exactly.
also have to remember that that first game you're talking about, there were two things missing. We didn't have a proper midfield partnership. That's one, and we didn't have a number 10. So because in a lot of those games, even then when we were losing and we were drawing all the games, we dominated a lot of the games. We just weren't creating any chances. We won the midfield battle. We had the most possession, but we just weren't creating any chances. So I think that's a big difference. Thomas Partey is there now. We have Odegaard. Odegaard seems to have caught form. We have Emile Smith-Rowe. We have Gabriel. So I think that's a big game changer. I'm only concerned about one person on West Ham's team, and that's Souček. Nobody else.
Well, I think this is going to be a big game for Odegaard because at that number 10 role, he's going to be tasked with creating chances, and he's not going to have a lot of space. And
he getting Declan Rice pocket.
He creates space. He creates space very well because, for example, like remember the other day we had a conversation about if we thought that he would struggle to adapt to the physicality of the league, and I didn't really comment on it, but just from watching him, it seems like it's something he's accustomed to, and he's very good. He's very good at getting himself out of tight spaces. Very good at getting himself out of tight spaces. So I'm not really worried about him, not having a lot of time on the ball, because even if you watch how Odegaard plays quite often, apart from when maybe we're attacking, we're going towards the goal and trying to, pick that final pass. Quite often, if you watch how Odegaard plays, he doesn't keep the ball for long a lot of the times. By the time you pass the ball to him, the pass is already up. He already knows
I love that about him.
Yes, I really like that about him.
Jamal, we're waiting on you. You came right in time.
Amen. Yes. Let's get Jamal.
Oh, we just
finish, Joe?
Jamal.
Okay, let's go, Jamal.
Jamal. Yeah, let's go. Okay, hear your prediction.
I'm gonna wait for a prediction.
All right.
Positivity.
Watch that. They try whispering in my ear.
I'm actually afraid of West Ham going into this game. I know they lost the last game against United, but Lingard's going to be back. Antonio is going to come to the Jamaican national team, so he's going to be trying to fire on all fronts. But I think we might have enough to overrun them. I would say a draw.
That's why we like Jamal. That's why we like Jamal.
Oh man, wow.
The honest Arsenal fan.
He never fails.
I was thinking, he was going to say a win because he was saying
the man said they're going to overrun them,
He said overrun them so nice.
I think we have enough to overrun them, but I'll go for a draw.
I'll take a draw right now.
You need a win. You need to move from 10. You're in 10 too long.
We all need wins, but will we get them?
Oh, wow.
Well done. Sound bites. Oh boy.
I cannot give you an accurate scoreline unless you have it. And that's my issue lately. We need to see
I'm hoping that you got this. You get this wrong. I like the Tottenham game.
Listen, every time I predict something negative for Arsenal, I hope I get it wrong too.
So you're always hoping then?
I'm hoping, but I'm giving you the reality. I hope that
Jamal,
we win every game. Yeah, go ahead, Munchie.
Who would you start up top?
Lacazette. I saw Lacazette up top for this game.
And who on the left?
Saka if fit. No, Smith are on the left. Saka on the right if he's fit. And then other guy.
No love for Pepe?
Not in a game like this. I don't think so. I don't think there'll be space for him to run in behind. This is not a game for him. I do think that this is another game where if he gets the ball, it's going to be double and triple team on him. And he doesn't have that to work in those tight spaces, especially in the Premier League, where Smith Rowe and Saka can't be. And if Saka is injured, I would actually put Martinelli over on the left to start.
You would start Martinelli over Pepe?
Yes, I would.
Wow.
In a game like this.
That's why we like Jamal Draw.
Over Pepe?
In a game like this, yes.
Yeah, but why though?
Because you have to look at the quality of the opponent. Like I said, if you put Pepe in there, he gets the ball, they're going to double and triple team him, and then there's no support going backwards. So that's
but Pepe is capable of getting out of a double team or even a triple team. Martinelli, I don't see that. Martinelli quite often for me, as much as I rate him as a young talent, Martinelli quite often for me gets caught in two mans. Very often. Very, very often. So I would go with Pepe. I think Pepe is the better player of the two to put out there.
Defensively as well, would you still put Pepe over Martinelli?
Yes. Pepe's defensive work rate has increased drastically compared to before.
So wait. So you guys are choosing those.
Problem.
No.
I think originally when Pepe came into the league, to be honest, everybody criticized Pepe, and I really only saw one problem. That was the fact that he did not know when to take a player on and when to get rid of the ball quickly. Since he started to do that, he's improved a lot. And then he wasn't running back much like he was supposed to. He's been doing that a lot. If you check the stats for, let's say, the last 5 to 10 games that Pepe has played, look on the amount of duels he's won, look on the amount of time he has regained possession, he's probably in the top 3 in all those games.
Okay. I just think that, I'm not saying that those stats are wrong. I could be right. But what I'm saying...
Wait, what?
Nah, honestly, yeah, he needs to be on his A game every time for that to happen, and I don't think he's always on his A game.
That is true. That is true. But then, would you prefer to play Martinelli, who hasn't had game time in ages?
Because he'll be hungrier to play. He'll be hungrier to run back as well. I remember. Yeah, go ahead.
But the thing with young players, right, when they're hungry, it's one out of two things. They either come on and give you a great performance, or they come on and they try to do too much and mess up the flow of the game.
And that's where Arteta's management of the game needs to come in, and man management as well, right? So you can start either one, but if he's not giving you what he needs, then he needs to come off at halftime or 50 minutes and not wait till the 60 or 70 or 75 in order to make an impact sub.
So last question. No
Willian? No Willian? I don't want to be Willian neither.
Oh my Joe, you should have saved that question for me. I was gonna ask, so you guys are gonna choose these guys over the guy who said he went to Arsenal to win Champions League.
And has the most assists for the club. Crazy.
Yeah,
and you guys talking about work rate and running back.
The man.
Honestly, he's gonna start. Right, I can see that happening.
I believe,
We'll start.
Yeah, after just gonna look at his work rate.
I'm the Arteta. I can't pick the team sheet, but he's gonna start.
Jamal, I just have one question. I have one question.
Yeah, go
Jamal,
ahead.
I have one question. Where are free girl for the Island fans? That's how we want to know. That's how we want to know.
He in a different time zone. He done push you to sleep, you check.
No.
Okay.
Yo, Jamal, I got you, dog. I got you.
Put you to sleep? What is your guitar there? I've never commented that, right? Because that could mean so many different things. Okay.
You want to know, man? That.
Man, don't put in the work. Yo, relax. Man, you can try to save the money.
Alright, y'all consider for Arsenal show our personal discussion, but we'll see exactly what Arteta does. Alright, for the rest of the time that we have, let's see if we can knock off a few little interesting. We already promised the fans that we're going to do a Would You Rather. We like to do it every now and again. So let's do it, and let's see what everybody feels on each topic. First one, this is an easy one. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. Alright, Mr. Panenka or Mr. Open Goal? Which one are you doing?
I mean,
real Panenka,
Yeah, give me the
right, with the Panenka, people will be like, "Yo, what you do that for?"
Exactly.
You look like look, man.
Mr. Open Goal.
People
you can look like Sterling.
Yeah, I don't want to be Sterling. I'd rather be look, man.
And then people forget about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then say, high pressure situation. But if you miss a Panenka, then that's just bad.
So we choosing Jamal open goal?
I'm choosing open goal.
Open goal. Wow.
Jamal, you choosing open goal?
Well, you see, let me ask. Let me put it this way. It depends on the kind of open goal, because a ball driven across the goal and you're rushing onto it, you're sliding, and the ball connects with you rather than you connect with the ball and the ball goes over the bar. Yes, the goal was open, but that's not really, you didn't really have control of it. But if it's like a Fernando Torres, that's a whole other ball game.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, but people forget about that, right?
But Torres, although you said it's using for reference.
Tell you.
I was on YouTube.
Yeah, but the first one you thought about was Lookman missing the Panenka.
That's recent.
But that's recently.
Yeah, all right.
Look how long Torres missed that. Don't tell me the chance.
Ramos did it the next day.
It's true.
So
Ramos did it.
He did.
I think the Panenka is less embarrassing, and if it happens, you'll get the blunt of it to be like, why did you do that? Why didn't you just kick it normal? But then on the other hand, if you miss an open goal, it's like everyone normally talks about it. Because even if you join to the Sterling chance from last season, I mean, he was getting a lot of stick for it, especially he has to do it when, but I don't even think it's whenever it happens in an important game. I just think overall,
that's
true. With the Panenka, I think Lookman getting a lot of stick because it was 0-0.
Yo,
because it was 0-0 and it's that to win the game.
Pemberton here saying miss open goal, #Torres. Okay, I think most of us are saying we would rather miss the Panenka than miss open goal. Just right? Most of us.
100%.
Jamal the only one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, he's the only one in that thing.
They say, I should have been play from club, That's why he didn't care for Mr. Open Goal and from club. That explains it.
Wow. I mean, if you think Premier League and you hear somebody say Premier League player miss open goal, what's the first player that comes to your head?
Sterling.
Torres.
I'm sorry, Torres was worse. Sterling Owen. Sterling is going at pace. The ball is going at pace.
Sterling had a couple in the Premier League too,
But
this is different. Torres round
that's
keeper.
Not the thing. Memphis.
Hi.
Memphis, like he forgot, like Ronaldo missed a goal when he's actually on the goal line.
Aguero do him too. You see McCall Aguero?
Okay, you know what? Who you remember? You know who missed the
on the goal line and kick it over the post?
Choupo-Moting for PSG last season.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
Maguire last season.
That was crazy.
That's Choupo-Moting. You didn't really expect
nobody expect that from Maguire.
They try to Choupo-Moting. They play for our big team now. Have them on left stroke.
Maguire in this conversation. That's disrespectful.
It was harder to hit the post.
Wow.
Yeah, but the question I asked wasn't necessarily to banter Sterling or anything, but it's just to show. If you say Mr. Panenka, you probably sit down and think about a few players. If you say miss an open goal, instantly the two names that came up were Torres and Sterling. You don't forget that. So I'd Mr. Panenka any day.
Yep. This is the easy one for Munchie and Moy. So, let's do this one here. Who do you relegate? Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, or Liverpool?
Arsenal.
Okay, now we already know. Okay, Arsenal from Memphis. We expect that.
That's even a question.
I predicted it.
Munchie, okay, right? So let's talk everybody else who actually can, process some credible thought without bias. Shaq, who you relegated?
I'm relegating Chelsea. I would love for Man United to just finish 17th. I would love it. I always want them in the Premier League so we can banter again next season. So I relegate Chelsea.
This is easy for me. Liverpool.
Chelsea just come into this conversation a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, just true. But I would always relegate Liverpool any day of the week.
Why? Because they got more trophies. You guys have more trophies.
Exactly. That's the point.
Just one more.
Just one.
Just one. Still more.
One is the last.
I want them out. I would rather have Arsenal and Chelsea in the league. Go ahead, Joe. Sorry, go ahead, Joe. Who are you kicking out?
This is easy. This is very easy. I would help Man United pack their bags.
Okay.
I'd help them pack their bags.
Okay, all right. And what about you?
You're actually helping them? Come on,
Of
Joe.
course. I want to make sure they don't miss the trip.
Go ahead, Jamal. Talk to me. Good one, Joe.
Chelsea and Liverpool. I'd have to go. No, if I could relegate both, yeah. Liverpool fans are just unbelievable sometimes when they win things.
At Newton.
So who you choosing, Jamal?
I'll go with Chelsea, to be honest. I'll go with Chelsea.
Chelsea, okay. After years saying Shaq live in the car since curfew gone at 8.
Yo, you get choked. The whole start.
Oh boy. David says oil money trying. Alright. Talking about it. All right, next one, guys. Would you rather win the Champions League or the World Cup?
Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm as an Antiguan.
Come on, that
has to be the World Cup.
Has to be the World Cup.
Champions League. I say World Cup. I say World Cup. Every 4 years.
Putting Antigua on the map. I'm more happy on the shirt and stuff. Ben,
Tell you.
Champions League is every year. World Cup is every 4 years. You miss your opportunity this year. If you're 32, come on, 36-year-old, nah. But Champions League, you can be 40 and still playing Champions League.
Yep. I mean, look at it this way. Jamaica hasn't even gone back to the World Cup from since that time they made it. The last time they made it.
Yeah.
So
hopefully they make it this time.
I think the World Cup.
There's a lot of big name players this time around from the Premier League, so we'll see how that goes.
I don't think they accepted any as yet.
I think Antonio already gone through, I think.
Yeah, and they accepted, what's his name again? That used to play for United. Ravel.
Morrison.
Ravel Morrison.
Yeah, he's still a talent, just wasted his opportunities.
Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all, anyone y'all have Flow?
Flow?
No.
I know he's gonna ask.
Internet provider, cable provider.
Flow TV.
No, the cable.
Oh no.
Because they had this commercial, right? This part, like when they're bringing up player profile, and there's this player from St. Kitts and Nevis shop.
St. Kitts, yeah.
Yeah, from St. Kitts.
Romain Saunders from
from West Brom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they when they show his stuff, like the little clips of him, it's just like clips of him fouling players, and I'm like, why do they do that? There's one clip of him putting in a good tackle. It's all bad challenges that you.
A good pass. The man is a midfielder. And every game, the man has shut down people.
His most memorable pass was an own goal.
I remember that.
That's what the man is good at, fouling people,
Yeah,
that's his...
Nigel de Jong style,
every team needs somebody for foul people. You haven't had one man in your squad. No, a Brock footer. There's two different things. Every team need a Brock footer. Come on, y'all know that. All right, so let's try a different one. What about this one here? Would you rather give up supporting your football team or your relationship?
What are you joking there?
Or your relationship.
Yo.
Okay.
Joe can answer. Joe can answer.
Joe
can answer.
Yeah, Joe can answer.
Fellas, later.
Oh, but I have to be careful because my wife go watch this after this. I have to be careful.
Okay.
So,
since all y'all have wife and I single, no relationship.
Mood dog.
So the football club have to stay.
Oh wow! Look, to be honest, you know what hurt me though? Is that when I saw it first, there was a little part of me that actually thought about it. That was a little part of me that thought about. I gotta be honest, guys. Legit, I was like, because technically, right, I have been in love with United longer than I've been in love with her. Right? Legit. I've been in this relationship longer, right? Since I'm 10 years old. Okay, I'm 33.
No,
so I mean, that's a
I'm
different
sure
story.
our sports teams have broken our hearts more than our wives.
I know, right? And the joy I have experienced too, man. The joy.
Josh,
oh, come on. 99 was my best year.
Josh,
go ahead.
Mine end up in the car like Shaq. Stop.
Well, here's the thing. You thought about it. I actually answered it mentally.
Oh, well, there you go.
Hey, keep it to yourself, Joe.
Let's say the answer.
So we go stick it on pop up right behind there.
If you think of it logically, you don't change your football team, but you go through different relationships.
Yeah, who said that? Somebody said that.
Well done, Jamal.
Hey, man, Jamal, talk about that. Jamal, everybody in the gangster like you down.
Yeah, Jamal, I'm bad, man. Jamal, you're bad, man. I think it was Cantona said something similar. Only bad man talk so. Only bad man talk so, right? No, I'm in a committed, loving relationship.
Jamal, just block everybody in your house Wi-Fi from YouTube before you answer that question.
Tell you, boy. Oh, boy.
I can't give up supporting Arsenal. No matter how many times
you support Arsenal?
Yes, he does. He does. I do that to my father. So Memphis, where you at? When you hear from Memphis, I'm one shit. When you hear from Memphis, I'm one shit. What you doing?
Let's stick with the football team, dog. I'm afraid for saying that. Hey, they beat on the bush. I can't say something. Let's stick with the football team.
I'm not married, so that's a relationship.
Yo, you see me in the street. You see me in the streets with me United.
So, next question. Y'all tell me there is no girl out there that you could love that much that would make you give up your team?
Actually, she better watch United play.
Come on.
Perfect answer for that question.
Yo.
Perfect answer for that question.
Go ahead.
If she wants you to give up your team, she don't love you.
She don't love you.
She don't love you.
That's true. That's true.
No, but Joe, I'm not saying she should give up. She want to give up the team. I'm saying, who do you love more? You can't love them equally. That's like saying love two girls the same. It's not true. You cannot do that. Memphis, you can't do it. Memphis, you can't do it. Okay, you can't love two girls the same. Okay, so you have to love one more than the other. You love her and you love your team, but you have to love one more. That's how life works.
I can't respond because PG-13.
Yeah, but if your girl breaks your heart, right, your football
thing.
True. What's it, Jamal?
Let's say if your girl breaks your heart, the football club's still there.
Yep.
To break your heart again.
Many a time when United break my heart, and my wife won't go to. She comfort me.
Yo, Joshua and Jamal, you know about Arsenal, taught me what love is.
Amen.
When you get back Arsenal, you have to know what love is. You get your heart broken over and over again. And you just keep going back.
Yep. Arsenal is the definition of when the pastor asks you in sickness and in health.
For worse or for bad?
For better or for worse?
No, for bad or for worse.
They tried out Memphis.
Hey, what happened to that guy that backs took? Yeah, I check on him lately.
Yo, the boss gonna make up a Karen, dog.
No. He's busy.
He picked Karen over Stoke.
Wait, Josh is a diehard Stoke fan.
That's not hard, Chuck.
But she should understand that the team are part of you. They always want us to change. Well, we put that in the front.
That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say.
Hey, just turning into a therapy session now.
This going real bad, boy.
Go ahead, Moy. You gonna say something, Moy?
I know. I was saying in a Manchester perspective, that even tell Man City, anything like that. the oil money keep falling back up and so
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord
they
of
have something
mercy.
to always rely on.
Okay. Okay.
Yo,
We
I
will
just
know.
I just
quick,
feeling it
quick.
a
That's
transfer
always falling
ban.
back up. It's
Oil
always
and
there
toxic, man.
I just feeling it a transfer ban, dog.
until cars start flying. The oil money will always be there.
Exactly.
Try it one day, right? Oil run out. There's a certain amount of oil in the world, okay?
Not this
And the
one.
oil will run
Renewable.
out. We can do two more. We can do two quick more and we're done for tonight. Let me see. Would you rather sign for Barcelona and never play in the first team, or spend your whole career in the championship or be a star? So Barcelona
That's
first
easy.
team, never play, all right, but in the championship and be a star.
Wait, before
Talk to
you answer this question,
Mhm.
are the wages the same, or if you play for Barcelona, you get paid
I
more?
knew you was gonna ask that. I knew you was going to ask that. I said Jamal is going to
Jamal
ask
with
this
the China.
question. Money, man, boy, money. But I don't know. Y'all can say what
Same
y'all think about
wages.
that.
Same wages. Let's do
Wait,
same
Same
wages.
wages.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Easy answer.
we put up the question one more time.
Do you? Would you rather sign for Barca and never play in the first team, or spend your whole career in the championship but be a star? Mm-hmm. Don't talk about it.
Championship for me.
I'm a
That's
star.
easy.
That's easy. Championship.
I'm a star.
Championship for me.
Do I look like Vermaelen?
Wow.
Wow.
That's because of the Harry though. I'll try that.
Wow.
Hey, Alex Tong said, and I don't agree, I don't disagree with him. He said that, this is my last chance to make as much money as possible, and because of his family situation growing up, he wanted to change their life. I
Yes,
can't
I saw
vex
that
with the
too.
man for that.
I saw that too.
That's understandable.
Or like Oscar
So you
going to
admit
China.
you went
Oscar
there-
knew
you
he
went
wasn't going to
there
win
for money.
anything.
Oscar say,
Yeah.
yo, me now poor again.
Oscar went to China because he couldn't take the bang off in the World Cup. That's it.
No.
That's-
The money they're paying Oscar, Joe. You know the money
No,
they're
it's,
paying
yeah,
Oscar.
I think
Lord of
it's
mercy.
both. It's
Yeah, all
both.
jokes
Because I
aside,
think he
he's making
said,
a lot of money. Remember, he came out after the Champions League trashing and said that he lost his love for football.
But he regained it when they paid him all that money.
Yeah, I guess so.
After you say football championship for life, football me one play. If you love the game and you get him paid the same,
Of
because
course.
I think Jamal's point is the same though. That I would go to Barca for 500K, then go play in the championship for 50. I'm sorry. I sit on the
I would
bench
too.
and take a check. I would sit on the bench and take a check. I mean, it's
That's
legit.
easy.
And stay
So
fit.
yeah, all right.
Nah.
Imagine a 5-year contract.
No. Josh, you look at it that way. But they say be a star in the championship. You know,
Yeah.
when like 50 years from now, if the world is still there, right? They look back and they start naming some big guns who have played in England or the championship. Your name will be number one.
Yeah, but
Josh.
you're putting money in my
Josh.
pocket.
Yeah, me
But
take the
if
money,
you're a
dog.
star, that means you're gonna make money. You're a
Not
star. You're gonna make.
Hold on,
No,
man.
they didn't say no. They didn't say play for one team in the championship. No, they say your championships.
Yeah,
star. So
Right,
if you're a
but then-
star, you can play
Wages.
for the best team there, right?
That's
and
it,
they pay you. When if they get promoted, you have to stay in the championship. Still,
No, but
no
the
problem.
question said you're staying in the championship for your entire career. You
Yeah.
never said
Yeah.
anything about promoted, getting transferred to a bigger club. You're spending your entire career in the championship. Championship
That's what
star
I'm
player
saying.
money and Premier League bench player money, the same money.
And even worse, Joe, it might be even worse.
Yep.
I mean, and Monchi, you're saying that if you're a star, I get that you make the point that you can send different endorsement deals and stuff like that. But those things are not guaranteed. The wage that you sign on your contract, that's guaranteed.
Yep.
That's guaranteed. You broke your
I
foot,
mean,
then
You're
pay
a
the money.
star. My jersey
honestly-
sales alone can make me the money.
But that's not your money.
That's not your money. That's not your money, bro.
But that's true.
It's not your
You're
money.
not selling the shirts from your house.
You know how much for autograph if I put that on eBay? Come on, you guys not looking at this thing.
Wow.
I can create my own Stop for me.
Yeah, which
I'm a
championship?
star. I'm a championship star.
Wait,
Right, but you see, Monty, go ahead.
Find your own T-shirts and sell them. What kind of star does that?
Exactly. And he's working. And you, Jamal, you can stay home. You can just go gym and maybe have a 1 or 2 training sessions a day. And then you go back home and lie down.
I get the training Messi.
You walk up Market Street. Listen, you walk up Market Street. Somebody just spit up.
Nobody has money. He got money in my pocket.
When I'm walking up Champion Street, Market Street, people's laying on red carpet for me. Like you guys looking at the money thing. I'm looking at
a lot of Antiguans don't watch the championship.
Monty is thinking about the recognition aspect, right?
Yeah.
I will sit down on my 50 feet yacht and reminisce on all the games on the bench.
100 foot yacht.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. And sit back and reminisce on all the games I watched from the bench with all the 500k a week that I put up.
And that one time in the training session, we'll put him in the top corner, and the Messi said, "Good job, me good at that, me fine."
But that's the thing. You guys go on like you guys behave like when you're in the championship, you're not getting paid. Maybe you're not getting paid as much, but you're getting paid.
Yeah,
you guys make it look like because I'm in the championship. Maybe I'm not making 500k a week, but I'm not getting paid. I'm still getting paid. Maybe not as much as in basketball.
You have to play a lot of football to make what I make in a week.
True. Very much so.
Not really. I'm
you have a retire when you're 60 there.
I can demand bonuses. When you're a star, you have star. You have star. You're a star. You have say.
Yeah, but championship clubs don't have money. Where do you get the money from?
Monty broke the club. You know, realize I end up like
$5,000 on assist, $8,000 a goal.
That club is going into administration.
We'll give you that. Press the dot and we'll give you that somebody.
The only perk you might get from being the championship star
are cash strapped. Like I was saying last week, you don't go into owning a club to try and make money, which means the clubs don't make money.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not really making anything there. That's why these players playing for their lives to get out the championship. You don't see players sign. Why do you think clubs put clauses in contracts to get players off their books if they go down? Because they can't pay them.
Can't pay them. It's right. The money don't come in.
It's not.
And here's the next point. I'm gonna go down as a Hall of Fame.
Broke the club like Messi.
I'm going down as a Hall of Fame. Like when you hear about the Premier League greatest to ever play in the Premier League, you hear those names they say the Bergkamps, the Agueros. You know, you hear the championship now. You hear the Munchies. Munchie was so. This guy could literally just grab the ball and change the game for his team.
In the championship, you never made that jump up.
I've never heard of
I'm at Barca bench and nobody knows me. I'm not even getting called for my national team. That's how you guys look at it. No,
you won't be called up for Antigua.
You play for Antigua. You play for Antigua. You get called.
You be called up for Antigua.
Munchie, who's the leading scorer in the championship right now?
Sure, you even know.
That's my point.
I don't even know. The championship grade.
I have no idea.
Championship grade?
I don't even know. I don't even know who is the leader. Because then you're saying, they're going to think back about the championship and say Munchie was a phenomenal player. But then knowing the English media, they're also going to say that you were a phenomenal player in the championship, but you were never good enough to make it to the Premier League.
Like Bamford until now.
Yeah, so it's okay.
But you can be pooky.
I've never heard of a great championship player.
Munchie end up on Social Security.
So if I score 40-something goal in one season, you're telling me I'm not going to get recognized by the English media?
You might get recognized in the community.
In the championship, yes. But that's okay. I believe this whole thing is going this way because you guys looking at the money point of it. I'm looking for the name part of it.
You look on the
money isn't everything. When you die, your name doesn't live on. when I die, my name will live on because yeah.
I don't care if nobody know me.
Munchie, me no concern about
Your money can't go to the grave, but your name will stay here.
I don't need to come with a grave with me. I've
You don't want
lived.
glory.
Wow.
You don't want a glory.
Wow.
Look, you see what happened? You see what happened to Di Maria? You see what happened to Di Maria just the other day?
Yeah.
Man broke in a Di Maria house and all them business while man play football. Now,
See?
you don't want nobody
Right.
know me. You didn't want to take the check and go home.
You think he could left the club and hate the club? Like what you do to Man U when you get broken?
True. That's true.
But he
Everybody
just
has
signed a
broken
contract
footballs.
just before that.
Yeah, he signed an extension, I think, until 2024 or something. Or 25. So yeah, Di
You know
Maria,
what?
he's sticking to football. Give them
Orlando, what?
what?
Well,
the
not
dog-
happy. Let
I'm
me
gonna
tell
take it
you.
off
Let me
that
tell
one.
you.
Alright, but
What?
Everton did say,
Exactly
depending
my
on your
point.
love for the game, a person that loves to play Woodstead Championship just to play for a name club would pick Barca.
No, but you're not playing for Barca, so you're not playing for them.
You're not getting any games.
Listen,
But
they
then,
didn't even make the first team.
That's true.
So let me say, if you don't make the first team, how you getting 500k a week? No, I'm catching
No,
myself.
yeah.
You guys
It
calling
was
those
just
big
a
numbers.
scenario,
it was
Munchie.
just a
Yeah,
scenario.
it's just a,
Yo.
yeah, it's just a
That's why we
I'm
said
sure
if
I'm
it's
making
the
more money
same
than you
amount of
guys.
money.
Yo, I
We
can,
said if it's the same amount
If
of
it's the
money,
same.
then we're taking championship with you.
We're playing football, yeah.
Yeah, if it's the same
No,
amount
no,
of money.
no,
But
no, don't jump on my ship. No, stay.
No, we said
at-
that
I-
before.
Who
Yeah.
said that from
Started
the
that
jump?
one,
Yo.
He said that from the jump.
Who started up Munchie, dog? Who started up Munchie?
Oh, boy.
Munchie,
Bring
you
up-
But you
bring
want
up
to talk
this-
about championship with you, boy.
This is important.
Munchie, you're trying to tell me
This,
that
this just
Leeds won
shows
the
me.
championship. You're
This
trying
just
to tell
shows
me
me
that you
you
believe
guys are a lot of Oscar fans. You guys go for the money, not the love of the
No,
game.
there were
I'll
two
go for the
different
love of the game.
scenarios,
it's two
Munchie.
different scenarios.
Munchie, at the end of the day, it's 2021. Everybody going for the money. You would go for the
Wow.
money if it came down to it.
I'm not doing that.
Buddy, I'm going for the game. I'm sorry.
So wait, Mo, you're staying in the championship?
I'm saying the championship. I love my football. I'm not going
We're
to
top in the championship to the dog.
I'm
Alright,
not going
I
to a
am
team.
staying
Yeah.
in the championship.
Yeah.
Only
Miss
if
Flynn,
the-
Miss
Because
Flynn
it feels
championship.
like you're just training
I
and
mean,
can't make the team.
Antigua me from the Midland Star now.
I mean, look at
Come back,
this.
Stats.
come back and get
Stats.
yes, right.
Stats.
It doesn't.
Come back
It
and
doesn't
you
even
get
guarantee that you make a
right.
top box.
Free KFC. Yo, gas to give my
Listen,
land.
boy.
Yeah,
You
more
don't guarantee
something.
what?
I would say realistically for me, I would say in the championship because one, I love to play football and I don't like to be sitting on the bench and not playing. You know, that's gonna just be like, why am I in the sport?
Yeah,
I'm plus
okay,
one
watch,
other
watch.
nice thing.
You're playing training matches every week.
Yeah.
Training?
Training matches.
What does
Training
training
match.
do?
That's
Okay,
what
hear me out.
Training for what? What are you training for, Jamal?
From a check.
Take a watch them play. Yo.
Yo, I'm saying, Mark.
Yeah, look at if you're coming from. If you're probably coming from Germany or one of those big nations and you get into, maybe that's not a problem. But looking at an Antigua standpoint, I want to go and
Championship.
play in the
Yo,
championship.
Ma,
and
hear
put
me out.
Antigua
If you-
on the map, though.
If
And
you go to
myself.
work, and they tell you, okay, you know what, all I want you to do is be the security guard, right? Or just open the door for anybody who come in, and we're gonna pay you $10,000 a month. But then we tell you, go and do your regular work, hard work every day, and we paying you $2,000 a month. Which one you taking?
But you get employee of the month every month.
That's regular work. But as a football perspective, I
It's the
will take the
same
less because I love my
situation.
football.
For me-
No.
No,
They
I
keep
can
for
understand
themselves
what you're saying,
injury
boy.
free.
But I was also looking at it from the standpoint that not only as the football player, like especially you're looking at, you have family members and so on. So I took all that into consideration. So I would go to Barca. I prefer to go to Barca and make 400k a week than to be a star in the championship and make 100k a week. It's more beneficial to my
I think it
family.
depends
Well,
on my
there is one
Sorry.
other angle. There is one angle we have to close, but there's another angle about if you go to Barca and don't play, everybody can call you a flop. If you're going to talk
And I'm
about
okay
it.
with that.
Your name Stinker Road. You check? Like, you don't have to
Yeah,
be there as a footballer.
No, but then,
You understand?
remember you're employed for Josh. Did this thing say you're there for the
Never-
rest of your life?
No, they may release him.
I think so. Let me see. I think it said that would you rather stand back and never play in the first
Yeah,
team?
your whole career.
Yeah.
No, it just says in the
Your whole
first team
career
or then.
only stood for the championship part.
Yeah, that's only for the championship part.
Yeah.
You'll get released after one season.
No, that will never say that without.
That take me off the way to the school, man.
But-
Yeah, right.
But who's going to want
You signed for Barca never
the
the first team. One season, yeah.
Yeah, back in the championship.
Real
So.
Betis or something.
And then Josh said they're going to say that I am a flop, but Josh forgot an important part of that.
Very
Rich
much.
flop.
Rich flop.
That's true. That is true. All right. Well, we'll save the next one for next time. We should do this every single time. I got some nice, wonderful opinions from you guys. And you're right. It tells a lot about how you view the game and, even how you view life. But, you know what I thought of? I thought of Bale. Having won all that he won at Real Madrid, I don't think he cares if he sits on the bench at Tottenham. I really don't think he cares. He makes so much money, right? So much money. I think he's lost his love for the game. He's just like, whatever. If I play, I don't play. But
Sure.
money will do that to you.
Can,
Bale was getting a ton of money at Real Madrid. So,
Five something.
I can do like a quick
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
like
that
a
though,
quick
'cause
mention
when
of
he's-
something that I saw on social media today. It was about Hazard. I saw that he said Hazard was injured and if he did a neck surgery on his ankle or something, the doctor was saying that he could hamper
Oh,
his
yeah,
career
yeah.
for the rest of the life or something like that. So
Yep.
Well,
another person who went to Real Madrid,
And
waste their career. I mean, technically, it happened in every club. I have to be fair. There's always that. But
Oh,
He just
Josh
said
is
so.
another person who took the money.
Sanchez.
oh, yeah. Yeah, Sanchez. Yeah, definitely. Came
But
here.
this time, he didn't sit on the bench. He sat on the chair playing the piano.
Yo,
Oh,
but we're not lying,
wow.
that piano video was, the
Yeah,
just for the
that is viral.
satisfaction
Yeah.
of how that made Arsenal fans feel. It was kind of worth it.
It didn't make me feel anyhow.
I
It
think
didn't make you feel anyhow.
I
It-
think
it-
that Sanchez
Twitter
move
was
the best
amazing
thing
that
this
day. Twitter
Yo,
was
that is the
amazing.
baddest introduction in football history.
Twitter was
My
amazing.
God.
that-
It didn't age well at all.
Yeah, that Sanchez move was a blessing in disguise. It really was.
Well, I mean,
Whoa,
even you could look at it too.
whoa. What do you mean by that, bro?
Let me tell you
That's
what
what
I
there is
said.
one.
No. Joe, before you say that, I don't think either side won because I don't think y'all got what y'all were expecting from what's his name?
From Mickey.
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 From
Mickey
Mickey,
was
no, we didn't.
Mickey was German football of the year when we bought him. See, it wasn't like he was no slouch. He was world beating over there. So it was a swap. There's expectations. Y'all get y'all a good player. We get a good player. Both go on to great careers, and that didn't happen. For
Right, I don't think that's what Joe was saying.
No, I mean, my whole take on it being a blessing in disguise was I had a conversation with one of my friends when Sanchez left to go to United. And I was telling him, if you watch back Sanchez for the last maybe half of the season before he left to go to United, he was already showing signs of him, coming down compared
I
to
heard
what
somebody
he was
else
in
say
the
that.
first game.
I heard
What?
that opinion too.
I noticed that. Check if you really look back and watch it, he was showing signs.
I mean, I think his head was all over the place then. But
Yeah.
if you start that
Boss,
contract
man, just
out a
tired of
long
Wenger.
time ago, you start that contract out a long time ago. Sanchez was beasting in the Premier League.
Yeah, he
For
was
real,
the
man.
totally. But I saw.
No, like
to me,
seriously.
I
saw
don't see that
something he
that
was
drop.
coming down a bit.
Yo, I didn't see that
Yeah,
coming down
I
because
don't see that.
I don't see it because
Yeah.
City wanted him. Remember
Unless
that, right?
Monty,
Yeah,
that's why we
was
bought
so high, so that when he
Yeah.
dropped off, we could notice it.
Mm.
I hear you,
Well-
Joe. Because I heard some other Arsenal fans tell me that too. That they
Yeah,
said,
you
blessing in disguise, kick it out. But I guess my problem with that is that he had so many injury issues to a United, and I don't think the style of football under Mourinho was the best thing for him either.
Injuries.
It didn't.
Yeah.
He came out.
I
He
don't-
came out. He came out after he went to Milan. He came out, him and his agent, and he said that I think within a week or 2 weeks after
Yeah.
going to
The
United,
first
Yeah.
training
he
That's
tried
session.
to see
Did,
the
yeah.
first training session. they tried to see if they could get a move back to Arsenal.
Yeah, I remember that, and I think it's a style of play, and I think coupled that with injuries and the expectation made it difficult for him because he had some key moments where you see the glimpses of the old guy, and then he goes to Inter and he's balling right now. So I mean, I think he
wouldn't call it balling.
I wouldn't call it balling. He's been better. Lukaku has been balling.
No, I know
Lukaku
is cut. No. I mean, check his stats. Am I saying? I think y'all are comparing him to Arsenal form. But when you look at his United form versus Inter form is better by far. Yeah. So what's the difference? What's the difference?
I mean, that's not hard.
There was no United
form. He probably played more games.
I think his confidence. I think his style of play. I think he went to Inter Milan thinking, you know what, I'm going to go score 50 goals. I think he went there to prove himself. He took a pay cut. He went there to remind everybody that I'm still Sanchez. So when that pressure is off of you and when you're not the main guy anymore, you play better. But when he came to United, piano playing, massive wages, all that stuff, you have to come in, get the number 7 shirt. All that stuff.
He was the best player at Arsenal for years. So
there we go. He had to come in and score 50 goals that season and win the Premier League, but he didn't do that. I think it's too much. I think it's too much pressure on him. You know, in my opinion. But that's Sanchez.
Was, honestly, he should have come. I remember. But then again, it's okay.
He went for the money. No, I agree. I think they came out and said the only reason why they bought him is because they didn't want City to get him.
Yeah, Jose.
Jose says so.
That's probably why they bought Maguire too.
Yeah, I agree. Well, Ali didn't say that. No. Ali said he wanted him, but Pep said he wanted him too. So I mean, there we go. All right, hating on my boy.
And Fred.
Fred too. That's true. Fred too.
Fred need a passing class or something.
All right. If there's nothing else to say, we'll leave it to that. And Jamal, you told us you had to go to a fire alarm. Right?
Yeah, before someone burnt toast, and then the fire. Oh, listen, this was the third time tonight. We were outside in the cold.
Wow.
Somebody burnt toast.
Okay, I thought you had other reasons why you leave. You know.
No. I'm serious. It was the last one happened at what 11:30.
He had to keep warm outside.
It's true.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Yes. Have a good night. Thank you, guys.
Before we leave, let's go Leicester City. After.
Let's go West Ham.
Okay. Have a good night, guys.
Have a good night.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.